Ladies and gentlemen, Brigadier. 14 Flight F Squadron of the Glider Pilot Regiment moved into Blakehill Farm about 10 weeks before D-Day, and it was from here that we participated in the Normandy and Arnhem airborne operations. About 6 miles to the east of the now famous Pegasus Bridge in Normandy, there is the Dives River, spanned by 5 bridges, all of which had to be destroyed to prevent a German incursion of the Allies' eastern flank. 8th Parachute Battalion, which flew from this airfield at dusk the evening before D-Day, had as its first objective the destruction of those 3 bridges, and 6 Horsa gliders of 14 Flight would land in Normandy loaded with explosives, jeeps and trailers and other equipment required by Para. By 9:30 on the morning of D-Day, 2 hours after the British seaborne landing on Sword Beach, all 5 bridges had been blown. 3 of the jeeps and trailers taken in by 14 Flight were directly involved in the destruction of the bridges, and a distinguished flying cross was awarded to our much admired flight commander, Aubrey Pickwoad, and a distinguished flying medal to our gregarious Staff Sergeant Dickie Banks, who sadly was killed in the Arnhem operation and before the award came through. In this Normandy operation, one of our 6 gliders landed too deep into enemy territory. At the risk of being shot, the local French community bravely assisted the 2 pilots and others to successfully evade the Germans for about a fortnight. One of them was then captured, and the other pilot, Sergeant Peter Foster, was intercepted and killed whilst attempting to reach the British lines. One of those courageous Frenchmen who had helped Peter Foster evade was Jacques Boyer, a lad of 16 with some knowledge of French. After the war, Jacques visited Peter Foster's adopted family in England, and sometime later he married one of the daughters, Joan. Jacques and Joan have come over from France and are here with us today. On 17th September, 3 months after D-Day, 32 Horsa gliders of 14 Flight took off from here, and after a 60-mile flight over enemy-occupied territory, arrived at the landing zone for Arnhem. The flight was soon engaged in the fighting, and on day 3 was somewhat concerned to find itself covering the rather ragged withdrawal of 3 battalions which had been unsuccessfully attempting to reach John Frost at the bridge too far, and had been decimated in the process. 14 Flight then spent the next 6 days in a very uncomfortable sector in the northwest of the Oosterbeek perimeter, its numbers being steadily eroded by deaths and woundings. On the night of the 9th day, they joined the withdrawal across the Rhine, mainly by boat, but some of them swimming. Of the 65 members of the flight who had left 12 days earlier, 34 eventually arrived back here at Blakehill Farm. Of the flight's 31 casualties, 11 had been confirmed as killed and 16 wounded. Our sojourn at Blakehill Farm was undoubtedly one of the most memorable of our life in the Army, in no small measure thanks to the hospitality and friendship extended to us by 233 and 437 squadrons. Not forgetting the skill with which they navigated us to our various destinations and their unforgettable sacrifices in attempting to resupply us at Arnhem. On behalf of the members of 14 Flight, there are 6 of us here today, and for those unable to be with us, thank you Harry Howard, Peter Marshall and all others concerned for your prodigious efforts which have made today's ceremony possible.